Alright, YouTube land, we're back with another video. Today we've got Galaxy DX949 that was sent in for the works, full alignment, transmit and receive. We're going to do the P5, P6 mod and unlock the clarifiers. So we're going to get started and we'll be back. Alright, so we're back with the 959 and we've got the P5, P6 mod done and got the toggle switches back here on the back. Got the clarifier unlocked. This radio hasn't been butchered or hacked. It has no hack mods or modulation limiters have not been pulled that I've seen, that I can tell. I haven't really put it on the machine yet. So anyway, now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to check out the transmit on this thing and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back with the 959 and we've got it hooked up to the machine here. I went ahead and did the transmit alignment on this because it's I'm kind of running out of time today and I've still got a lot of stuff to do. So I went ahead and did the transmit alignment. We got that completely aligned out, got it going here. What we're going to start with first is show you about a 4.5 watt carrier. You know, we're just running a carrier here. 4.5 watts with the variable all the way up, variable all the way down is a 1 watt all the way down. There's all the way down. There's all the way up. That's the difference on the spectrum analyzer. Okay. We're just turning the variable knob here. So we're going to unkey the radio. That unkeys. Key it back up. So now we're keyed back up, back in transmit. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and modulate this. I'm just turning the mic gain up. So there, we're at 100% modulation. Perfect. 50 kilohertz span, we're looking good. Now, this is a good time. I'm going to click this off. I don't want the radio to get too hot, but this is a good time to go back to basics as far as AM's concerned, because you know I read a lot and I don't chime in much anymore because it has a tendency to make people mad. So I don't try to chime in. But anybody that tells you that just because it looks good on the scope don't mean it sounds good, well that's true too. A radio may not sound good, but or loud, but 99% of the time, if you have a proper alignment, I'm going to say 100%, if I've done the alignment like I've done this one, the radio is going to sound good. And if you go any further out, people say, well, it's just 100% modulation. Yes, where we've got under a tone, not voice, we've got a 4.5 watt key and we're modulating right at 16.5 watts. So that's right at a 4-to-1. So if I turn the modulation up on this, we're not splattering, we're not getting into adjacents. We're down here, you know, 40 dB down before, 60, 70 dB down before we ever get anywhere close. Well, we can see where the reference is. Hold on. Let's turn it off. Okay, that dot right there that's blinking represents negative, I don't know if you guys can see that, negative 88 dB. So that's negative 88 dB. So this is about negative 60 right here. We're talking about in the mud, stuff that nobody's ever going to hear. So we click this back on. This is negative 8, so negative 60, okay? Your signal right now is negative 33, is negative 33 right here. That's where we're looking. So, but I'm just going to crank this modulation pot up just a little bit. Now you see that? Now what I did was, I went to 20 watts and we're starting to blow up. We're starting to get into our adjacents. Now that's variable wide open. That's 20 watts. Okay? And you can see what it did to the scope. So we can bring that back down. So, you have to double your power 2 times to make 1 S unit. So does it make sense to turn that modulation pot wide open when all you're going to do is splatter? You're just splattering into adjacent channels. People that are close to you are going to be bleeding all over them. It doesn't make sense. It's cutting modulation limiters and turning modulation pots all the way up doesn't make sense. I can't emphasize that enough. You're not going to do any more, and I've got it not quite at 100 right there. You're not going to do any more than you're going to do right there. Right there is 100%. You're at 100% modulation. That is the most this radio is going to do, and do clean. It's not going to be, and there's not going to be any difference in modulation or the sound. You're just going to sound louder. Once you start cranking this pot up, that's when you start blowing up into the adjacent frequencies. So you understand, that's when your range goes down, your clarity goes down. If people are close to you, they got to say, huh? What? You know, so that's what I'm saying. All these typical hacks, these radio hacks, mean nothing. They do nothing. Now, this is under a 1 kilohertz tone, and that's why we tune under a 1 kilohertz tone, because if we were to go by voice, you can never get a you can't tune a radio by going audio. If you're in a shop and they're turning pots and going or whistling or whatever, you need to back up, turn around, and run the other direction with the quickness. You know, if they don't have test equipment, tone generators, they don't have, you know, these days spectrum analyzer is a must with these radios. And so we're going to do that real quick. We're going to click this back on, and we're going to go to 200 megahertz. We'll just bring it out, and we'll let you see. Radio is very clean, very clean. All we've got is second, third, and fourth harmonics is all you're looking at there. And the radio is crystal clear. We're modulating 100%. Still doing the 16.5 watts or whatever. So, like I say, to do 1S unit over this radio, where we're setting right now, you would have to basically 16.5, well, 32, you'd have to be doing about 65 watts just for 1S unit. So at this point, I would say get an amplifier if you want more power, and you put an amplifier in line and you're doing good. So anyway, this is just raw, clean, and it's basics. It's basics. Anybody that's doing radio alignment should know this stuff, you know, but unfortunately that's not the case. So anyway, this one's turning out real good. We're going to go ahead and hook up to the receive and check the receive on this thing and get ready to do the receive upgrades, and we'll be back. Okay, so we're back with the 949, and we've done the receive alignment and upgrades to this radio. Coming in at 12 dB at negative 106, so we got a really good improvement there. And all the way down to negative 120. Good quiet receiver. Everything's sounding good. So yeah, really like how this one's coming out. Coming out great. Okay, well, I guess now we're going to put it back together and we'll do an overview. We'll be back. Alright, we're back with the 949. Let me go ahead and get the freak counter hooked up here. There, we got the freak counter hooked up so we can just show this thing. And show you your switches on the back. Both up is regular channels. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you. Dead on. Clarifier top dead center. Okay, we're going to roll the clarifier this way all the way. Rolls up about 5 kcs. We're going to roll this way down. I'm sorry, half a kc up, and then there's down. About a kc and a half down. So kc and a half down, and half a kc up. So we'll flip the first switch down. The switch on the left back there, that's your low channels. And just flip the other switch down. That's your high channels. And that's both switches down. That's more high channels. And then both switches up, put you right back where we were. So looking good there. Alright, so now let's hook our spectrum analyzer. Alright, so let's look at the spectrum analyzer. Variable power all the way up. And we've got 200 megahertz span, looking good all the way across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're kind of listening to it here. 1, 2, 3. Audio check. Got good audio. Receive on that North Star. I need to do some work on it. It ain't too great, but anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what that little spike was. It jumped up there a second. We're doing about 22 watts PEP power. And looking good, no doubt about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Audio check. All right, Lawrence. Well, this concludes the full alignment and on your 949, the P5, P6 mod, and unlocking your clarifier. We appreciate your business, guys. I got a lot coming up. I thought I would have it done today for you, Squirrel. I'm still working on it. I'm waiting on a relay. Hope it'll come in the mail tomorrow. We'll have that 98 VHP knocked out for you with the 2-pill amp section. So we're still working on that. I'm waiting on a couple of parts orders to come in that I missed when I was in the hospital, because I missed a few things that when I was in the hospital. I'm waiting for a few things to come in, and I'll have some amplifiers completed here in the next couple of days. So we've also got a couple of other videos I still got to upload of a 99 V2, and I've got a Cobra 142 demo that I need to upload, and a few other videos. And y'all just stay tuned. We're running, we're going as fast as we can. We're rocking and rolling. We're just, moving as quick as we can. So we appreciate the business. We appreciate the support. As always, if you look down in the description, you will find the website, www.442built.com. The store is under construction, and we will be adding products to the store here within the next couple of weeks. You're going to start seeing more and more things being added to the store, where anything you want, you pretty much just get on there and you can buy online. And antennas, coax, whatever, radios. We're gonna have the full store. The store's gonna start filling up, so you guys get ready for that and start looking at the store. Now you'll also be able to custom order like amplifiers and all that stuff, and custom built stuff. There's a lead wait time, of course, but it's not going to be a real long one. So anyway, guys, we appreciate it. Appreciate the support, like I say, and we got a lot we got to do this evening, so we got to get back on the bench. Lawrence, we're going to get this thing ready to go back to you. We appreciate your business. Y'all have a good one. Be safe, be careful, and most of all, be kind. We'll catch you next time. Bump, bump.